because he has his own hat and his young lady prefers this hat, we are going to defer.
Yes.
Because as an old married man, I know that the important thing is to choose the hills you die on. You don't die on the hill of a hat.
No.
And can you introduce yourself to DaTechGuy's Midnight Court?
Yes, it's great to be here. My name is Patrick Howley. I've been a journalist for a number of years. I worked at Breitbart during the election as the lead Hillary Clinton reporter at Breitbart. And now I'm starting my own organization called the America First Project, which is going to be fighting for Donald Trump and the things that he wants to do in office.
Now, you covered Hillary Clinton during the campaign.
I did.
And during most of that campaign, it must have been a campaign of confidence, but was the confidence to the point of smugness?
Yes, absolutely. I think that she only cared about her Hollywood friends and, you know, the supermodels that she was hanging out with. And we don't need to delve more into why she wanted to hang out with supermodels.
Well, despite being a married man of 29 years,
yeah.
I'd want to hang out with supermodels.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you know, she was out of touch with Middle America, and I think that came across. And it was very easy to bring her down. It seemed like it was going to be difficult, but we, you know, actually, it was pretty easy, I think, in the long run. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you write for Breitbart, and I presume that Hillary's people knew you wrote for Breitbart.
Yes.
It must have been they must have been very hard on you and almost sneering when they thought this election was in their pocket. Were they like writing you about the election at any point?
Yeah, so her campaign spokesman, Nick Merrill, would email me insults all the time, personal insults to me, like all the time, like unprompted. I wasn't even talking to him, and he would just email me like late at night with like weird insults for me. And when I would go to her rallies, they would actually follow me around and would like keep tabs on me, but they couldn't throw me out because they knew that that would be a publicity thing for me, so they didn't want to do that.
Well, what did they think you were going to do? Short sheet her bet or something?
I have no idea. I mean, we were actually the first outlet who was there at the scene when she collapsed, when she went down at the 9/11 memorial on September 11th. You know, 2 months before the election.
I remember that it was a 70-degree day, and they were saying it was the heat. It was amazing that day. I never forgot it because I was woken up and I was covering it at the time. And CNN, Brian Seltzer was all, oh, what a fake story, fake story, fake story.
Sure.
And then Jake Tapper came on at noon for an hour or so, and then for 1 hour it was reported straight. And then as soon as he got off the air, it was fake story, fake story, fake story again. But you were there. How worried were the Hillaryites when that happened?
Yeah, so one of our reporters was there, and they were very, very concerned, I remember. They had her come out, you know, a few hours later. They doped her up on some medicine and put her in a little costume and stuck her out there and pretended that she was healthy. But yeah, it was a big blow to her, and we were the first ones reporting on her health a year before that, reporting on the fact that she was on all kinds of medication, she had brain injuries. So anyway, you know, she went down, and now we have CPAC, and this is Donald Trump's America. See, these people love it. Donald Trump's America, and we have young people of color, homosexual, whatever.
I mean, you saw that our previous
supporting
guest was
Donald Trump.
Our previous guest was, in fact, it's funny. We had 4 guests from the college Republicans in sequence.
Right.
We had people who voted, you know, Gary Johnson, Evan McMullen, and our Muslim member of the college Republicans was the one who had pulled the lever for Trump.
Yes.
It was really something to see, and he walked away with a Tech Guy fedora.
Right, yeah, the racism narrative is sort of breaking down on the left. They don't know what to do, and I think there's a lot of energy and youth here. And if you saw Steve Bannon's presentation today, it was the college kids in the audience, the college Republicans who were cheering on Steve Bannon, because he represents a new wave of the Republican Party that these kids are attracted to.
Okay, now I want to give you more chance to talk about your new organization. What specifically will you be doing with this new organization?
So the America First Project is out there creating content. We already have hundreds of thousands of people involved. We're ambushing congressmen and politicians, asking them tough questions. We're doing petitions, delivering petitions to the U.S. Capitol. We're starting activist campaigns. It's just like, you know, we're sort of removing the pretense of journalism a little bit and just going out there and really getting in these people's faces and making some change.
Well, making that change made a difference, and I got to ask you this question because I'm dying to hear this question. Of course, we already talked about you were working for Breitbart during the election. Your job was to cover Hillary Clinton,
Right.
And all during the campaign, the Clinton campaign was just on your, on your case, sneering. You were talking about being emailed insults. Election night.
Yeah.
At about 9:30, I was working overnight, so I had to leave.
Right.
But when they weren't calling those states, I'm saying he's got this because what they're doing is looking to see if they can steal the votes to change the result.
Yeah.
How were they reacting? What did you see? And I'm surprised that you got out of there without a rope around your neck.
Yeah, so I mean, it all came down to Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, as we knew all along that those were going to be the swing states. So we focused on them for like 2 years. And so Wisconsin was the one that they were fighting on. They were pretending that there were some votes in Milwaukee that hadn't been counted yet. So they were trying to drag it out as long as possible. But, there was pressure and pressure and pressure, and eventually, she didn't even concede that night, but she knew that she had been defeated. And she was throwing a fit and drinking in her hotel room and throwing things around, and I know that for a fact. So she was just having a complete temper tantrum, and she was completely unfit to be president, and I'm very glad that she's not the president of the United States.
There is talk that she might consider running again.
I hope so.
I don't think it's serious talk myself. I think it might just be to keep her fundraising policy.
I welcome the Hillary Clinton 2020 campaign. Bring it on. Let's have a rematch. Trump-Clinton round 2. I'm game. Let's do it.
All right, and before you leave, can you plug your organization one more time and where people can find your writing and stuff?
Yes, well, if you just Google me, there's all kinds of stuff out there, and whatever. There's negative stuff too. Don't believe it. And but the America First Project is what we're called, and so there's a Facebook page. You can go there and get involved. And we already have hundreds of thousands of people involved, and working for us in different capacities as citizens. So yeah, we're really happy about it.
Do you have a card for this with you?
I don't have any business cards with me.
You don't have any business cards? You're not
That's not how I roll. I just come here to party.
See, I come here to work, but that's the way it goes. But thank you for being a guest on the Tech Guys Midnight Court.
I love the Tech Guys Midnight Court. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. You can kill the video.